Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. I thought it only fitting, since it is February 14th, Valentine's Day, to use the Natasha Denona Love Palette. Is this still available? I probably should look this stuff up before filming, but I never do. I forget. I think that I'm going to, and then I forget. Don't ask. I couldn't tell you. So I thought that I would wait for that one for the actual February 14th. And I actually use colors that I usually don't use. Usually I definitely go the more pinkier route when using this palette, but I went more purple today. But I also pulled out the Love and Cheek Duo, which I am wearing. You know, I don't remember that blush being that pigmented, to be fair. Although I think it is kind of getting a little old because it's not doing this. It's not performing like it used to, if that makes sense. Like, not necessarily dried out either. It's just not, but it could be maybe the foundation and powder too. I don't know. It's just not moving the way that I'm used to it moving. But the highlighter, still doing good. For lips, I'm wearing the Renee lip liner with the lipstick in. I need a rose lipstick in Daphne. So that's what I'm wearing on the lips. Bronzer is my Hourglass. I pulled out an Hourglass bronzer because I wanted to see the finish compared to the Wet and Wild. Just try to figure out like what it is about the Wet and Wild I don't like, but what it is about the Hourglass I do like. So I'm trying that out right now, trying to figure it out. So, and then for foundation, I actually went in with my Uma by Sharon C foundation in Fair Lady T5. I'm going to be sad when that runs out because I really do like that foundation a good bit. For concealer, I've been wearing the NYX Bear With Me concealer. I've been wearing that quite a bit, actually, to be fair. So that's that for that. So let's get started with the eye look, shall we? So the first thing I did was take the shade First, which is this one right here. And I just took a fluffy brush and ran it along the lash to set it. Then we're going to go into the shade Valentine, because I figure appropriate, which is this baby pink. Usually I go this route, and then that, and then giving. Sometimes I go into Lifetime too, but it just really depends on my mood. I've played with the lid shade before, Pure Love. I have went that route before too. But I was wanting to try out, You would think, since this palette's something that has been in my collection for a while, I've tried, every shade, right? You would think. You would assume. I have not. But I do love this palette. Is it my favorite? No, it's not my favorite. But I do like it. And I say that as in, it's not my favorite palette from Natasha Denona, but it is one of my favorite palettes for like Valentine's Day when I'm feeling in like that spirit, that color story type of thing. But I would have to say for now this is going up on Valentine's Day. Note, it's not Valentine's Day right at this moment. So I'm still trying to figure out like what my makeup look will be for Valentine's Day to go out. And are you guys like me? Are you going out? I tend not to go out for Valentine's Day. I usually wait for the weekend or even like to be fair, a completely different day, like the next day or the day before, because like it's too crowded out there. It really, really is. That's such a pretty light baby pink color. I just love it. I adore it. Okay, now we're going to go into this dream shade. And it's like a cream to matte type of feeling, this one here. And I will say, I know a lot of people really rave on these cream to mattes, and I do think that they're good. Don't get me wrong, I get them and I like them, but I don't know if necessarily that they're like my favorite to work with. For like, I don't know if it'd be a favorite to work with for beginners. Are they easy? Yeah, they are. But at the same time, there's a little bit of a learning curve for sure. I will say that these colors work extremely well together, and the palette works amazing with my refer brushes. It can work with regular brushes too, but I'm using my refer today, so I'm just pointing it out. You can use other brushes though, just so you know. Unlike, I really feel like Pat McGrath, you have to kind of use the natural hair brushes over on that one, but that's just my opinion. Actually, we're going to take that same shade Dream and we're going to run it under the lower lash line. I will say I like the mirror in this compact also, in this palette. It is nice and big. If you are traveling or having to do your makeup, like maybe you're getting off work and you got to touch up, or you're going to do your makeup then, like this has got a nice mirror to use to do it. In case you can't get home to redo your makeup or something. But yeah, you gotta like this color story, that's a given. But if you do, it is a very pretty, we're going to trust. It's flattering. Especially for people that aren't used to color. This is a very flattering way about going or into it, putting your toe into it, and you don't have to feel intimidated. So we're going to take that trust shade now and just deepen up this darker, or this outer corner here. And again, I get it. I get scared of darker shades too. But I will say that if I had to work in a formula where there were dark shades, I would want it to be this. Yeah, I really would. Like, all honesty, I would want it to be Natasha Denona's formula. And I kind of do use her formula as a stepping stone. And I say that because I have the bigger palettes also. And I find that they are, where there is so much of a gradient and maybe even an overlap of color that you might not need, they go deep to dark. Or, of course, they go deep and dark. Deep and dark but light from, light to dark. We're going to take that Pure Love shade, this one right here. And I am going to put it all over the lid. I'm going to put most of that right there, though, in the middle, obviously. I love it to shine right there in the middle. But do you also have this? I know when this came out, this was a lot of people's favorite palette by her. And again, the Star is one of my, and I find it funny because I don't really hear of anyone that likes that palette anymore. But I really love the Star palette, even to this day. Now, granted, I tend to only work with one half of it, but hey, I don't care. It is every time I create a look with that palette, I love the way it looks. Absolutely love it. But this used to be people's favorites. And I couldn't understand it. Like, why? Why this one out of everything else in her collection, But I get it. Especially if you're one that's not wearing a lot of color. This is very easy to bring color into a look. Not feel intimidated. Not be scared you're going to make a mistake, or the blending ain't going to work, or the color stories aren't going to work, because this whole palette can mix together beautifully. We're going to take this shade Blind, which is this silver. And y'all, if you put this on your lid, it is a blinding. Just watch. Just watch. Ready? Okay, inner corner. We're just going to put this in the inner corner. Look at that. I did not spray. I did not lay down anything. Like, I hope it's showing what I'm seeing. It's just stunning. And it's like perfect amount of color. Like a perfect amount. For my skin tone, you know, for inner corner. And it just like, it's just beautiful. So pretty. I love it. Now, usually I will say that's new. Usually I go in for the inner corner with either transparent or Lifetime. One of these two up here usually, depending on the look. There has been a time that I put Giving in my inner corner. I don't know why I did that, but I do remember doing it. So I do know that. For the waterline on both eyes, I went in with ColourPop Crybaby. And now we're going to line the top lash line and bottom lash line with this shade right here, Commitment. And it is also a cream to powder shadow. So it is very dark. But if you did use it, it's very easy to work with. If you wanted to darken it up even more in that outer corner. And I was actually going to use that for the outer corner. But I'm wearing a very light purple shirt. And I just didn't think it would go. Like, if I went too dark, it wasn't going to work, you know, with my outfit. And we all know that I have an obsession with matching my eye looks to whatever I'm wearing. And I try to break free from it, I do. I try really hard, but I can't sometimes. But this shade scared me a lot when I first got this palette, until I realized how the cream to powders worked, and that it wasn't so scary. But just take your time. Again, it is just makeup. It will just wash off, even if you did mess up, okay? I'm not saying that right off the bat I nailed it, because I didn't. I did struggle, but once I figured it out, then I had no problem, you know? I didn't care to use. And I will say that her cream to powder formula, it gets better with each palette that she comes out with. Which is really amazing, to be honest, that a brand listens. And I really think she listens to her consumer. I do. Because she doesn't keep bringing out the same color story. And I have to assume that if she did neutrals and rosy tones, that would sell the most, you know? But then the creativity of the brand would be lost, you know? Like the Yaka palette, that's not my favorite palette by no means. Like, I don't hardly even wear it, but I have it. Number one, I have it, and I use it. Yeah, not my favorite, but it's different, you know? It is different. I will say be careful with the purples, because depending on your skin tone and I guess under eye area, like if you have dark circles and stuff, you could end up looking like you got a black eye. So just be careful with that. But if you do that, you'll be fine. I'm going to take the Lancome Lash Adore and put it on the top lashes. I can't believe we're already halfway through February. I mean, when this video goes up, we basically are halfway. And that is crazy to me. And I noticed that I am ready for spring. I am. Like, my mood, everything is. But my color stories are not ready for spring. Like, I am still in the heart of wanting to wear cool tones and dark looks. Vampy looks, even, you know? Like, that is where my heart is lying right now still. And maybe once it starts getting warmer out, I'll feel, the springtime light looks. Right now it's still a little cold, so, I'm still feeling that. But I don't know. I really don't. Because I'm like, bring me on. I really am loving that kind of look. Like the Chucky palette. To be fair, that's probably the palette I'll wear on actual Valentine's Day. Because that's the mood that I've been in, I've got a little bit of mascara there. I need to redo my nails and stuff today, too. I had my grandchildren. My daughter took my grandson. He only stayed one night. I can't. He's a lap baby, you all. Like, if he isn't sitting on your lap, and he a big old boy, he going to be like a linebacker or something. And, like, I can't get nothing done because he's sitting on my lap, or someone's lap, or he just screams and cries. I'm like, wow, I'm not used to that kind of baby. And when I mean you put him down and he screams, top scream, like you would think somebody was murdering him. Like, I was like, what is this? What are we doing? Yeah, so not fun, but she did come get him so that I could get this done, and then I got laundry to do and everything else I got to catch up on. But this was the longest time that I had been without my grandchildren, and I can't tell you how long. And I mean, I get it because everybody was sick and you don't want to keep passing the virus and all that. I get that. But I didn't realize. The saying, you don't realize what you got until it's gone, or you don't realize what you want even after you have it, or you think you want it until you got it, then you don't, type of thing, all those sayings, like, they're all so true. So true. I did not realize how much I needed them babies until I didn't have them for, this was probably the longest. It was 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And granted, the baby, that's normal. But the oldest one, no, she's never gone for me that long. Never. Not without, like, even talking to me. She has never been that far away from me. And then even my granddaughter, the middle child now, she's even getting to the point where she's so used to being with me. But I was starting to get a little antsy without them. And I will say, having them, I had all 3 grandkids and then my 2 younger children, so 5 babies in the house. I slept like a baby, other than when the baby woke me. And hoping my 2 older ones are okay and doing good. I just slept like a baby. They're in their own homes, safe and sound. And the rest of them are under this roof. Like, if I could have them all under the roof, that would be amazing. But that can't be, and I understand that. But still, it was nice to have what I did have, I'm grateful for what I do get. For sure. And that's kind of Valentine's Day in a nutshell. because it doesn't have to be about a guy, really. It can be about your children. It could be about your great-grandchildren. To me, it's just about love. It can be about your parents. It could be about your siblings. Whatever it is, you know. You don't necessarily have to have a partner. I mean, obviously that's what it's meant for, but you don't need it. If you got it, celebrate it. If you don't, you don't. That's why I think it's great that they came out with that Valentine's Day, because I don't think it needs a label, but I do think it's good that you celebrate your group of friends then, you know what I mean? Because I don't want anybody to feel lonely or left out or left behind even. And I know that in this crazy world, you can feel like that sometimes, so. But anyway, this is the final look using the Love palette. I really like it. And it goes with my shirt. And if y'all could see it, well, I don't think you're all going to be able to read it, but it says, nope, not today. And, like, so loving that for today, you know? It's like, nope, not today. Move it on. Not dealing with it, not doing it. No thank you. Go away, come again another day. So, but all in all, I really do like it. I think everything turned out really well. Highlighter, blush, bronzer, the eyeshadow, the lip even. I don't know. Well, the blush, I can keep it like this. I do think it looks okay. But I do think a more purpley blush would have looked better with this eye look. Like maybe Hourglass Mood Exposure is what I'm thinking. But I'm not mad. Like, not mad with this at all. And then lip, I do think I could have went a little bit nuder. I don't think I could have went any darker than this. But I do think I could have went a little bit lighter. Because obviously the eyes are the focal point, for sure. But all in all, this is the look. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. Upload every day, but Sunday unless there's a new launch. And I will see you in my next one. Yeah. So until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.